it is.
man.
I definitely wouldn't have did anything like that. I definitely, but I want to talk about, man, the hottest topic, man,
Oh,
of the
there you go.
weekend. The
Prime.
hottest topic of the weekend,
Oh
man.
man, Lord.
Colorado, Oregon, man. I watched that game. I was so upset that I couldn't even watch it. I
For
was
what
at work.
though?
I watched it, but when they started getting blown out, I started looking at other things. Started making myself get busy at work because I was so pissed that they was losing.
For
Because
what?
I mean, even though I knew Oregon was going to beat them, but I just didn't. I just didn't like the way they
You thought it
handled
would be
the
better.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. Dion and them have been overachieving so far this year. Don't forget last
Yeah.
year they were 1-10 last year. So don't forget about that. They did some
Yeah.
good things in the first 2 weeks. They struggled to beat Colorado State, but they were able to come back in overtime and win it. But hey, you playing against Oregon. Oregon is a top 10
Yeah.
team. They got a bunch
Dion
of
ain't been there
ballers
but
on that
eight
team.
months,
Yeah,
6 months, 7 months. He only got 1 year here recruiting.
yeah.
But
Give him time. Give him time.
To me, I believe it's a way to win. It's a way. When they ran that fake punt, I thought it was disrespectful. From your own 15-yard line, you run a fake punt with your defensive lineman. That's how disrespectful is that? It's the way I thought it was. I thought it was classless by the head coach and by Oregon.
How the hell you
I
think
thought
that's classless?
Wait, did it
because
work?
how
Did
it
it
worked.
work?
It
Did
worked.
it ain't
It worked.
classless? Did
It
it ain't
worked.
classless?
It worked. But I thought the dude had it. To me, I just don't have no respect for him as far as how he handled things. And then he was running his mouth at halftime, and he was already up 35 nothing. He talking about it ain't over. To me, just me personally, it's a way to win, and it's not a way to win. But
So hold on, I ain't mean to cut you off, Mark. Hold on, you got the game fucked up. So Dion can say what the fuck he want to say, and
but
nobody
what?
supposed to come back.
But
He
but
is drawing this attention. When you go out here and start talking trash, and I got my program, I've been working on this shit for about 10 years, 5 years, and you talk about what you gonna do, and you gonna be my son and this and that. Hey, dog. You drawing that. I'm gonna talk shit back. I'm supposed to say, oh man, forget that. We gonna say this Dion. Hell no. I'm gonna talk shit back. You hear a grown ass man.
Yeah,
He
Dion,
does this.
Dion got a lot of coaches pissed off at him, and
Yeah.
he's
but
getting
they
all
He
the
not.
hype.
target.
He's getting
But
all the hype. The media then blew him up,
Yeah.
and that coach was like he said before the game. He was talking shit before the game.
Yeah.
They playing for clicks. We playing for
Yep.
wins. And he was
Exactly.
serious. He went
but
out
my
there
whole thing
to win the
about it.
game.
But my whole thing about it is we all know Colorado is not where they need to be at. To me, I believe
So he's
Oregon.
just supposed to sit back and don't play.
If you plan for wins, then beat the big games from the teams that's ranked 10 and above. If
Yeah.
you going to Georgia last year, you lose 49-3. Beat the teams. If you plan for wins, beat those big games. Beat those teams. He's talking about we playing for wins. Beat those teams that you can equally match with. Don't
But you
sit here
gotta
and beat up
you gotta beat
on
Colorado.
Colorado.
But you
So
gotta beat
yeah.
Colorado too. Don't get me wrong. Colorado was 2
But
and
you
0
was a
or
20
3 and
point
0, whatever it was.
21 and a half point favorite. You were supposed to beat them. You are supposed
Okay.
to beat a
All right,
Colorado.
then.
So
We
he
know
went in there
Beat
and
that.
did what he was supposed to do. I think.
beat
Don't get me wrong. I know you in your feelings because it was Dion. I was on my sofa last night, pissed off because they were beat down. I wanted a better game, even if they lost. I wanted it to be a better game. But to me, Dion got that humble pie dish to him last night. He got
what
his ass whipped. The team got their ass whipped. 2 games in a row, they started out slow on offense, which they've been saying they can't do against an Oregon team that's strong like that. And we all know their defense is suspect. And it
Right.
showed. They took
It
advantage of it.
showed. It showed. They couldn't
Dion
even
them been
tackle, man.
overachieving.
They was dragging them boys.
Yeah, they've been overachieving. Yesterday, no, they were brought back down to earth, and it is what it is. It ain't gonna get no
It
easier
is.
next week. Shit, you
Look.
got USC next week. It ain't gonna get no easier next week. So hey, now you coming into the meat of the schedule. You playing against some Pac-10 teams, Pac-12 teams, I mean, and Washington. Man, all the teams in the Pac-12 looking good. Oregon State, Washington State, Washington, USC. Man, they're about to come up on some hard games. So it can get real ugly for Colorado here in the next several weeks. So
It is.
if you were upset yesterday, you might, I don't know, Mark, you might want to go get you a big towel to cry with for
No
the rest of
bull.
the season because it's about to get ugly, bro.
But
It's about to get ugly.
but I mean, when I looked at Colorado's schedule, when I looked at it, of course I gave them 5-6 losses. Right? They can't beat a lot of those teams. Not right now. They too small in the offense defensive line. They way too small. So I gave them 5 or 6 losses. But what I'm saying is, it's a way you're supposed to win. Oregon don't come in there. That's just like, don't come in there and you talking shit and you beat up on a Colorado team. You're supposed to beat them. They not on your level yet. They still small. They still undersized. They not on your level. Don't talk shit and then beat up on your little brother, but then go out in the streets and get knocked out by one of the boys your same size in the streets. And that's
Like
how I look at it. Right. That's how I take it. Don't talk
Okay,
shit.
man.
You beat your little brother up in the living room, then you go outside and Georgia out there and they beat the brakes off your ass 49-3. I'm like, damn, they chase you back up in the house. You got to pick a fight with your little brother again.
But
And that's how I see
Yeah,
the
tell
game.
your little brother stop talking shit.
you're right.
Tell your
You gotta
little
take the
brother stop
good.
talking shit.
You gotta take the good, the bad with the ugly, man.
No
Dion been talking
bullshit.
a lot of stuff. Dion been making a lot of money selling
Yeah.
those glasses. I was telling LaJuan, my wife, I was saying I just feel like it's like a Hollywood thing with them, man.
Yeah.
Again, I'm watching the team about to come out the tunnel. Who's the first person I see? Terrell Owens. Man, stick to basics. You got too many celebrities on the sideline. You
Yep.
need to be focusing on your game. You realize that your team is not that strong, but yet and still, you got everybody and their grandma showing up every week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get all that out of there, man. Let's play ball. And I felt like that Oregon coach was like, "Shit, you
On
want to play
point.
games? I'm gonna show you
Exactly.
how it's supposed to be." And
Exactly.
he, like you say, he was the big brother. He spanked that ass the way the big brother's supposed to spank that ass. Now Dion
Yep.
got to take them lumps and move on. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at the coach for going for it
I ain't mad.
with the fake punt. That shit worked. Nobody was expecting it. And
With a
that's why
defensive
you're supposed
lineman.
to do it. Nobody was expecting it. The shit worked. It
Yeah.
didn't backfire on him. And
Hey.
yeah, he just coached a hell of a game. His boys was hitting on all cylinders. They made Colorado look bad. They took the L. It is what it is. Now I want to see what Colorado gonna do next week. Are you gonna respond and bounce back and play better ball? Or you gonna continue to lay down and let the big brother smack you around? So hey,
No
here
bull.
comes big brother number 2 coming up next week. That's all I'm saying. I'm the
He
baby.
getting jumped.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the baby. I got my ass whipped by my big brother quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, I got tired of getting my ass whipped, and I had to start fighting back. Now I want to see what Colorado going to do since they got their asses whipped. They got punched in the face. I want to see what they're going to do next week.
Well, look, I'm gonna let y'all know. I personally I don't like Dion, to be honest. Like you said, I ain't never really liked Dion. I mean, I ain't like when he played for us. I mean, my whole thing with Dion is, hey, just like we play. I was just telling you earlier, Mark, when we played them. He came to DC. We played at RFK, and he came here talking all this. He brought MC Hammer. This is what he do. He just like he an individual that like fame and Hollywood shit. He brought MC Hammer. He ran a pump back, but guess what? We beat him 52-10. We won. You think we was gonna sit there and he come up here and talk shit, get a couple of picks, win for the Falcons? We whooped their ass. 52-10. He want to talk and walk the walk, but he know he know what he ain't got. He already said it. You better get me now. Yeah. So and I personally think he need to calm down because really I'm not on all that. We trying to get these youngins like off of this Twitter, all this stuff they be doing on the internet, and he making it worse. I think these divas, and I can't stand these divas when they come to the league, and then they come here with all this, what's my man play for Baltimore receiver. They come here like
OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ. Nobody come play football, man. Come for business. It's a business.
Right.
I mean, he's showing that side. He's doing a lot of teaching and a lot of storytelling, but I think it's just the wrong way of showing kids how, like, you know, he do. I saw an Instagram post. He riding in the car with his son car. And this is like a lot of overly. Oh yeah, I'm driving my son. What's the name? And you know, I'm getting sick. It's really all personally about his son. To be honest, his sons. That's what I think it is. He got an objective, and it ain't about nobody else. It's about his sons, and especially his son as the quarterback. Because the other one got a scholarship to go to a school. He ended up coming, you know, and following his father, but his son didn't. And he trying to prove a point. And I think it's kind of sad because that's what I think his agenda is. I don't think he'll stay in Colorado more than 3 years.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think
I really don't.
Colorado will be better after these next couple of years. If he stays, they will be better. I don't know, far as they'll be contender for a national championship. That's something that's totally different because they in a conference where they have a lot of heavy hitters. But I think they will, and like I said before, if they can get their offense and defensive lineman has to get bigger. They has to get bigger and they has to get stronger because that's where they lack. They lack the big guys up front. And they had the skill position, but that's just like Division II. Division II lack offensive defensive linemen. They have size and strength. But they have the skill positions already. They just lack the
it's just
size.
in between the lines. That's all over there. It's just college football. Between the lines.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get some good skilled corners and some receivers. Is in between the lines is where you gotta win at.
Yeah, well, again, this was his first year. What he had
Yeah.
like
It's still
65 players, 65 players that he got out of the portal. That's crazy. That's a lot of dang on players. So
you know he gonna come harder than that next year.
Yeah, so I know he's trying to still build the team, but
Yeah.
you know, again, let's see how they respond for the rest of the year.
See, that's what I want to see.
To me, I feel like that's going to help determine what type of players he gets this offseason based off of how they do the rest of the year. That's going to be a big deciding factor.
It's going to be a big deciding factor. Because who want to go with a bunch of 5 stars, to be honest? Let's be honest. Like, if he keep getting 5, he'll be like, I don't want to go. How the fuck? I mean, I just want to see. That is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because he got to win enough games to be kind of like, yeah, we moving up. It's going to be tough. Because he's not going to be able to, it's hard recruiting, man. These kids are decisive, man. They go by, if they go by the fame, they're going to go to Dion. If they go by, so they go by different things, man.
Yeah, and now with the NIL, it's all about the money as well. So you want,
and if they going by that, they might go to Dion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these players now, before they were trying to go to the team to win a national championship. Now it's trying to go to a team to win a national championship. But at the same time, I'm trying to get these dollars.
I
think that NIL is huge. And don't get me wrong, I don't think nobody's making more money than his son, Dion's son.
Right. It's just about
now. You know what I'm saying?
And maybe it's Travis Hunter.
I don't see anything, and he might be maybe just low key with it, and that'd be nice. But like Dion's son is flashy. He's driving around in the Rolls Royce SUV. He's doing those type things. So he's showing what he's making. I think he's making like, I want to say it was like 3.7, maybe more than that now. 4.2 million in NIL deals or something like that. Some crazy amount of money. But that's all that plays a factor in where these kids are now going to be going to school. So
that's crazy. Yeah, you're right about that. NIL is definitely the truth.
We definitely going to have to just see how it plays out. But again, to me, I want to see how they finish. Yeah, I know they're undersized. I know they got a lot of things, but that week one, they stood up and they overcame the odds. How many games that you are going to be the underdog that you can actually win the game? That's what I want to see the remainder of the year. I was riding high with Dion, happy for him, but right now I'm like, okay, that's off. That's over with now.
Even though all
that is over. Now I want to see what you're gonna do. Now that and like I said, so we just got to see how it plays out, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how it plays out. But 2 things I want to touch on